We've been looking at different careers in education, and today we're in Fremont, Nebraska, where we're going to be talking with Alex, who's a math teacher here. Let's go find his classroom. All right, so we found Alex's room. Hey, Alex, thank you so much for having us come today. Could you tell me a little bit about what you do and what you teach?
Yes, so I'm a math teacher here at Fremont High School, where I teach mainly ELL classes, but I also teach some college prep statistics and co-taught geometry.
So you had said that you do ELL. Could you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, of course. So ELL is English Language Learners, and these are students for whatever reason aren't fluent with English and are in the process of learning it. So in our classes, we bring them all together at these lower level classes like pre-algebra and algebra 1 are the ones I teach. By doing that, we can help them improve their English and also just get caught up academically so that they can be on level with their peers and progress forward when they go into those more general classes that aren't ELL supported.
So it sounds like you knew from an early age you wanted to be a teacher, but did you know what subject you wanted to teach from the beginning?
That kind of changed as I went. As I went through school, it was always whatever grade I was in, I wanted to be that kind of teacher. But when I got into college, I kind of narrowed it down between either a math teacher or an English teacher. And I ended up deciding not to be an English teacher because I personally like to read and write, but I found quickly that I don't necessarily like reading and critiquing other people's writing. Part of deciding to be a teacher is you have to find the right fit for you both in terms of grade level, but just the content you're teaching and make sure it's something you'd be happy with and something you'd be fit to teach.
Yeah. What inspired you to become a high school teacher over teaching in any other classroom setting?
I think I picked high school at the end of the day mainly because I really like math and the content in math. So there I was able to still be involved in that content that I love while also be doing the teaching aspect of it. Whereas elementary or middle school, I might not be as deep into the math. So this lets me do these higher level classes like geometry or statistics and still get that passion I have for math and get to use that.
So I understand that you have a bachelor's in math as well as teaching. Do you need both of those in order to become a high school math teacher?
No, not necessarily. It depends on the college you go to, but if at Midland anyway, you needed a degree in secondary education and then an endorsement in math. But it was only a couple, 2 or 3 extra classes to get an actual bachelor's in math.
So what are some of the greatest challenges and rewards that you face as being a teacher?
I think some of the biggest struggles or challenges in teaching are just the diversity of learners, especially we have here at Fremont. We'll have a lot of ability levels and a lot of different struggles students are facing. So being able to meet all those needs, but then also just move everyone forward at the same time. It can be difficult to balance that, but at the same time, that's also the most rewarding part is when we actually seeing the growth students make from August until May, the improvements they make.
What's your favorite part about your day?
My favorite part is just when I have a good lesson designed that we can sit down and has the students really engaging deeply in the math we're doing and also just discussing it. Instead of me just telling them a formula and how to memorize it, they're sitting there and doing the math and being active participants in it and discussing it and figuring it out for themselves to a certain extent.
So is there anything else that you do here at the high school?
Yes, I also coach cross country and track, and that's something I got into just in high school. I was a runner myself, and in college I ran. So I didn't necessarily become a teacher just to be a coach, but it was something as I was doing it, I was hey, that's something I could do also in addition.
Something I notice as I look around your classroom is I see Batman things just kind of everywhere. Could you tell me something about that?
Yeah, when I first got into my classroom, I just wanted something consistent or some kind of theme, and ever since I was little, I've liked Batman. So I thought that'd be something kind of cool and something that kids would like.
I love it. That's awesome. And if somebody wants to be a teacher, they know this already, they're in high school, what's some advice that you might give them?
I would suggest that to those wanting to be a teacher, confide in a teacher you trust or a teacher you really look up to and see what their path was. But also the more you can job shadow or be in a classroom and observing, not from a student perspective, but from a teacher perspective. Because it's one thing to be a student and say, I went to school so I can be a teacher, and one thing to actually do it.
Well, Alex, thank you so much for answering all those questions. Is there a chance that we could see you in action in your classroom?
For sure, yeah. My upcoming class is college prep stats, so you're more than welcome to come in.
Cool. Let's go check it out.
I found this. I wanted us to play around with this. I thought it was fun. So when I did this anyway, I worked through part by part, kind of went down. Is all of the below are true? Here it says none of the below are true. So can either one of these be true? No, it's going to cancel them out naturally. It can't be those. One of the above. Are one of the above true? No, we just said they aren't. What about all of the above? No. None of the above are true. So that means this one can't be true, because this one would have to be false also then. So E would be our answer.
Alex, thank you so much for letting us come and see your classroom. I was really encouraged to see how engaged the students were in a difficult subject like statistics. Now, is there a great demand for math teachers?
Yes, actually. One of the biggest needs in education is for middle and high school math teachers.
Okay, so if you're interested in being a math teacher, go talk to your teachers, look into it. It's a great career to go into.